seeing the name of Shahzad Akbar involved in all this, I'm rather skeptical.
Retired Supreme Court Judge Justice Azamt Saeed Sheikh.
I beg to differ whether this commission is going to be serious or not. I am a little puzzled as to why they've not contacted me. They can be anything serious when that man's involved in anything. But
Justice Azamt Saeed Sheikh.
justice not only must be done, it must be seen to be done. Impression created by such a background is not a very healthy one. NAB, we thought, was set up in good faith. Through its performance, we saw that it was not. And we saw it's an instrument of it.
Do you have any demand? Do you have any conditions to appear before the commission? I'm sure you will have some hopes, some expectations. So when you go, if you are called before the commission, what are the expectations that you will be carrying?
Well, I certainly won't be going to Pakistan. I certainly would not be traveling to Pakistan. I have no evidence that the rule of law prevails in Pakistan. So clearly, I'm happy to testify on by satellite before the commission. It would help if I knew what was the composition of the commission. Initially, there was going to be a human rights commissioner there. I don't know if she's still going to be there. I would certainly like her to be there because I'm not very impressed with the current human rights fellow, Mr. Shahzad Akbar. He's a most unimpressive, should we say, person. These are the kind of people who really bring the cause of human rights into disrepute. So, yes, I'd be happy to cooperate with the commission.
Any demands?
First of all, they have to pay and settle. There's a court order.
Your demand is that before you appear before the commission as a witness or in whatever capacity, you want Pakistan to settle that 2.2 million amount. Is that your condition?
It's not a condition, but it would certainly add to the credibility of the commission if they said, well, we are trying to uphold the rule of law here. Here's a court order. Why don't you people who have appointed me as a commissioner show that you have some respect for the law via court orders? I'm not imposing any conditions, but I'd like to see that they abide by the law.
Retired Supreme Court Judge Justice Azamt Saeed Sheikh has been chosen to head the commission. But the opposition parties of Pakistan have said that Justice Azamt Saeed Sheikh is aligned to the government of Pakistan, and he also is a member of Imran Khan's hospital, the cancer hospital that he runs. The opposition parties have said that his appointment is actually a cover-up, and that it will end up covering the government, and it will probably, blame the previous governments. What are your comments on it?
Well, I clearly can't prejudge the situation. There were allegations that I knew him and I'd met him. I can tell you for the record I've never met him, and I certainly have had no contacts with him. It is a situation in which I'm not qualified to comment on domestic Pakistani politics. So this, however, I will say is that the presumption has to be that this is a commission that's been set up in good faith, and we'll see through its performance. NAB, we thought, was set up in good faith. Through its performance, we saw that it was not. And we saw it's an instrument of witch hunting. One hopes that finally some effort is being made at progressing the cause of the rule of law.
Justice Azmat Saeed was part of the National Accountability Bureau of Pakistan. He was the Deputy Prosecutor General when the contract was signed, when the assets recovery agreement was signed between Broadsheet and the government of Pakistan.
Justice not only must be done, it must be seen to be done. I think the impression created by such a background is not a very healthy one. So I can't say much more than that. I'm not impugning the integrity of the justice. I'm not impugning his intentions, but there is a large element of justice that it must be seen to be done. And it's questionable whether it is the right appointment if he has had any involvement with NAB at all material times, which clearly in this case it would be material.
After the latest Broadsheet scandal came out, you offered to the government of Pakistan that you wanted to help. You offered your assistance and you made some proposal to the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Has the government of Pakistan after that contacted you in any capacity? I mean, you have said that they have not contacted you about the Broadsheet Commission, but did they make any approach to you or in terms of maybe working together?
I am a little puzzled as to why they've not contacted me. I'd be interested to know why. I'm ready, willing and able to assist if they are serious about pursuing this. Seeing the name of Shahzad Akbar involved in all this, I'm rather skeptical whether there can be anything serious when that man's involved in anything, because I certainly had 2 meetings with him and I took the measure of the man and was not very impressed. So if he has much to do with this commission, I would say I beg to differ whether this commission is going to be serious or not. But given that a senior Pakistani judge has been appointed, I have to defer to the judge and awaits the, should we say, the jury's out on this one. But on the face of it, it would be questionable that someone who's been involved with NAB in the past is now asked to inquire into the goings-on at the time when he had some involvement, although I never encountered him, and I've spoken to other people who were involved at that time. They certainly never encountered him at the time. On the face of it, yes, it would seem odd that a judge who's been involved in NAB and in the Panama Papers affair should be involved. On the other hand, well, then it could be said that he has the expertise because he's been involved in this for all these years. I really am not. I can see the merits of both sides of the argument. I have to respect the integrity of the justice. I doubt very much if he would have been a Supreme Court justice if he wasn't a man of integrity. I'm sure he is. I have no reason to believe he's not. So, but if the maxim of the law is justice not only should be done, but it should be seen to be done,